Welcome in, everyone, to another session with the Second Chances. As always, we're going to start with our thank yous, which go out firstly to Critical Role for creating the wonderful world of Exandria that we are playing in, primarily using the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. And also like to give a thank you to all of the artists whose music we use on the stream, including Reliquary Records, Dungeon Glitch, Critical Role, Hunter Rogerson, and Borislav Slavov, who is, I actually don't know his specific title, but basically did all the music for Divinity Original Sin 2. Last time, with the Second Chances, you had a pretty chill session. You came across a rather mysteriously unmanned skiff out in the ocean that when you boarded it found a bunch of treasure and found out that it was manned by a small crew of goblins who are based out of Darktow, which is a pirate city. Corey had attempted to try and start an organization with them so that they would passively make you income, but apparently they already have a boss. You also... Wales was a session before. There was also a lot of Hermia stuff that went down as she began to work through some of her issues and wants to go get beat up like Roz does to see how that solves her problems. She started by letting Leaf beat her up quite a bit, and when finally confronted by Roz, realized that it maybe stems from when she had a bit of a moment where she froze up during the fight with the Plague of Eyes when she couldn't use her Warlock magic. Maeve also told boyfriend about her new girlfriend, and that seems to have gone pretty well, so I'm sure nothing's going to go bad. And then out in the middle of the ocean, being at sea for 3 days, a half-elf delivery guy showed up with a magic carpet from Balthazar and gave you the magic carpet and is now hitching a ride to the next port city because he has no way of getting back home. Yep. And then we ended with Maeve sending a message to her sister, trying to get her to meet up to talk, and her sister once again telling her, "You aren't ready for what you are trying to do. Please just go home." And that made Maeve mad.
Yeah, she's pretty upset.
So, we're going to hop back in there. It's probably later in the evening at this point. Second Chances, is there anything you would like to do?
Have we already gotten beaten up today?
Yes, you already got beaten up today. Today was the day that you had fought with, sort of under the instruction of Rosalind, and had a sparring match with Cole, who is the half-orc woman who is on the ship's crew.
Okay.
Well, Maeve is marching up to the bar.
Yep.
She looks pissed off.
It's less like
we have a bar, right?
like when you imagine a bar, it's not like you have like, hey, let's go sit at the bar on stools.
Yeah.
And more just like it's a cabinet and like a few shelves, obviously set up and made so that stuff doesn't fall over and slide out. And there's just a bunch of extra alcohol in there. So
yeah, she's just
help
pouring herself a drink.
Yep. As you're pouring it, Zana approaches. It didn't go well.
She told me once again to go home because I'm not ready for this, apparently. Doing whatever we've been doing for as long as we have, the thing that she was supposed to do, but isn't doing. So yeah, I guess I should just give up and go home, because older sister knows best. And she starts drinking.
Okay. I mean, you sure this isn't something that you're... She pauses for a moment. You can tell that she's trying to think of a delicate way to put it. How is she supposed to explain anything more to you in less than 25 words?
I told her I had a way to meet her without having to worry about distance, and she wouldn't even acknowledge that she was willing to do that.
Why don't you just go and meet her then? You've had the spell for over a week, access to it anyway.
I know, I just would have liked to have her, I don't know, blessing that she wanted to talk to me instead of this pushing away.
You're not afraid what she will say?
I mean, I guess a little bit. I just also had kind of, I don't know. It's true. I kind of just hoped that she would want to tell me. But
Problems don't
she is
resolve
kind-
themselves, Maeve.
I know. It's just sometimes frustrating to feel like that I, despite being the younger sister, despite being way less experienced than her, that I have to be the one that pushes forward and has to make the first step in all of this. It's just frustrating.
Well, keep in mind, as frustrating as it may be, you also don't know what she's been doing for the past how many years?
And
So you have no idea where she's been, what she's doing, or if she has anyone else to lean on.
I know. But what if she doesn't want to lean on me? What if I do the spell and she just says no?
She shrugs. You can only help people if they let you.
Ain't that the truth?
Took me long enough to realize that.
Yeah, somehow I don't know if she'll be as easily convinced.
Well, take Roz with you and just have her beat her up then.
No, it's fine. I'll.
Want me to break her nose?
Are you there?
No.
Okay.
Zana said that mimicking Roz's voice perfectly.
She snorts. No, I don't want you to break her nose. I just.
You hear again, want me to break her nose? And you look over and you see Keiru, the Kenku, who just walks off going, you want me to break her nose? You want me to break
Somewhere
her
Roz
nose?
was like,
I just look at it, look back at Zana. Somehow,
Yeah, that's going to come back to
I won't
bite me.
explain if you don't. I'm sorry, what'd she say?
She said that's going to come back to bite me.
I won't tell. I don't know. I'll maybe see if Corey's willing to use the spell
I'm
once,
sure
maybe before we.
Corey would be more than willing, and we still have at least a day's travel out from Port Damali, so you have time.
Yeah. Thanks. She just kind of puts her head back. Donna, I hate this. You have to
Donna,
deal with me whining now. That's kind of part of the job description.
No, I don't. And she turns and walks away.
Jerk!
Corey, you wanted to do a sending spell. All right,
Oh no, we can't hear you.
Who would you like to send a sending spell to?
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Now
just
we
gotta
can.
speak up a little more clearer. I think whenever you like unmute yourself for some reason for like the first few words,
There's a
it's like
delay.
yeah, there's like a weird jumble. It's like your mic goes to sleep and you're like, all right, I'm talking now. Your mic's like, whoa, she's talking now. She's talking now.
God. It's alright, I feel the same. Yeah, I'll find Maeve, because Maeve has all those sending stones, right?
I
I'm
have.
pretty sure mine was confiscated.
Was yours confiscated? I guess it was.
I know that when I was like, yeah, I have the one for Mr. Black a long time ago. I
Yeah,
remember someone being like, nope.
Because remember, any of the sending
well, you
stones
left.
that are specifically like that an NPC gave you, they have the other one, so those are technically unlimited. You can talk with them an unlimited amount. It's only when
Yeah.
you send it to a person that isn't its connected sending stone that it works as a spell.
Okay. Hey, Maeve,
Yeah.
can I borrow a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner stone?
She blinks and goes, "You want a sending stone?"
Yeah.
Okay. She will get one of them and hand it over.
Actually, and Corey pulls out like a little scrap piece of paper. So, you know that girl I told you about?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I was thinking of sending her this message. I don't know if
Mhm.
is this okay? I mean, I don't know what to say because like I told her we would kind of talk and then so much was happening and I haven't said
Then I
a single
never
thing.
talked to her.
Well, it sounds like that's real Hermia energy right there.
Everything was happening and like it just slipped my mind, you know? I feel really bad
Mhm.
about it. And I show it to her. See if I can just copy it.
Hold on, my
You think that's
fairies.
okay?
Aw, I think it's lovely. Hold on. She counts for you. 1, 2.
Yeah, see, I also want to make sure I could use all the words I had.
Were you going by Corey back when you met her as well, or were you still Kieran?
Yeah. I guess that's a good question.
Oh.
Yeah, how
No,
does
I
she...
don't. Yeah, I think I was still Kieran back then.
You may want to make sure you say Kieran. I mean, you're using her voice, right?
Oh my god, that's right. That's so weird.
I mean, if she knows that about you, then it might be sweet, but it also wouldn't hurt to maybe use Kieran's voice for the first time.
So like, oh, they transform. Um. Okay. Is this? I don't know. Does this sound like cool enough?
It's very cool.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Go ahead.
8.
What?
8.
Maeve thinks you're being very cool.
Okay.
You would get the sense, I'll just add this because there's no reason for her to lie. You get the sense that she's trying to encourage you to go for it before you lose your nerve.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Maeve. Yeah. And
Zana's
I
there, and
kiss-
she's just smiling at you.
Okay, don't make it weird. I turn around. And I
Good luck.
take the sending stone.
Are you
clear
going to do
my
it
throat.
privately, or did you want us to, like, hype you up?
I think Corey is just they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it right here, right now.
Okay. Right by
Hi,
your side.
Faye. Kieran here. Wanted to catch up. I can magically visit you in dreams, if that's okay. Thanks again. You're a hero out here. And then I throw like the sending stone like at the bed or whatever. Like you know how like when you send an embarrassing text, like I
Yep.
do
You
that
just
a lot.
throw the phone?
away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I know
I'm
that
just
one.
like, oh, okay, all right. I
Okay.
change back instantly. Okay, I did it.
Yep.
I did it.
Hold on.
As you throw the sending stone, you hear someone talking through the sending stone on the bed.
I make sure to pull it to you as quickly as possible.
And you miss the first few words of it as Maeve reacts fast enough, and what you hear is, I didn't think that you had remembered after you left living the life of a hero. I would love to meet the hero of my dreams.
Maeve looks so excited for you. Corey. She's so into you.
I don't know. No, I mean, you know, it's just like a friend thing, right? Like you just
Zana's
say
like,
really nice things.
no, she definitely
No.
wants to be your girlfriend.
Oh God.
Wow,
Yeah, I
you're
don't-
giving Hermia grief.
Yeah, if I had
Do you
signs...
think she wants to meet up like as my dream girl, like as a friend, or?
Yeah, we're just gonna
No.
hang out like in
I
the
don't-
dream.
Corey, if I had this clear of signs, I would never question how someone felt about me again. Go for it.
I kind of look at Zana
Accidental.
and look back at Maeve. Yeah, sure you wouldn't. Absolutely.
Zana nods. Rolls her eyes at the same time, kinda. Just remember,
Now.
if you want her to know that you're interested, talk in a deeper voice.
Okay.
That way she know. That way she
Cancun.
thinks you're cool. That's how you let people know you're cool.
Is that what you
I-
do? Oh,
I
wait, I'm not
mimic
there.
the orc voice that the Kenku has. I'm like, is this deep enough?
Perfect.
Is this
Yep.
cool?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of depends on what she's into, technically, but sure.
This thing, I don't know what she's into. It could
She's
be
into
this.
you. That's the answer. Oh, geez. I look between the two of you and realize I am talking to changelings. And I try to figure out, just be the person that you're comfortable being.
It's kind of none of them, but I get what you're saying. Oh God, do you think she meant I meant tonight? Because I didn't really think. I thought she would be like, oh yeah, maybe sometime.
No,
But-
I think she's going to be going to bed and hoping to see you, to be quite frank.
Yep. So you can cast one of your spells on you and the other one on Maeve, so she can talk to her sister.
He gives on a look and go,
Oh
Yeah.
If
whatever
she's
I-
ready, she's a little scared, so she might need another day to collect her nerve.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. She looks at Zana. If you wouldn't mind.
No, of course, yeah. And then I call out, Roz, you needed a dream too, right?
Yeah, it can wait a night.
No, I can remember. I just gotta take a cat nap, and then we all could get dreams tonight if we really wanted to stretch it to our fullest potential.
You all hear a disembodied voice shaking the ocean. Ah!
Fucking
So yeah,
warlocks!
any unresolved, relationships that you have from your backstory, anything
Hermia
you want
pops
to check
out
in
of her
on.
room. She's like, "Oh, I wanted to fight myself in my dream. Can I do
Oh
that?"
my God, that's right. Okay, yeah, we're doing this.
All right, I guess we are. No, actually, Roz will go another night because she has something else she wants to do tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty late at night, so once you go to sleep, you're going to sleep, so you can do 2 people tonight.
Wow.
Way to
And I-
yes and. Okay.
I look at Maeve and Hermia. Is it okay if I take one of them? I don't want to.
Yes.
Send a
Take
message
Maeve.
and be like,
Take Maeve, because she's gonna try to use this as an excuse about why she's not gonna do it.
Hermia, stop trying to read me.
I'm only saying what I would do in your situation.
Maeve's like,
I
you didn't
know.
even insight check me.
I don't have to, Maeve.
No, she
I am
doesn't.
anxiety.
Leaves of a similar flock far from the tree. Corey, you hear in your head, do not forget, this one is also able to scry on your appearance as well if you need.
oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
think you can scry on different planes, can you?
I think isn't it a higher DC or something? Or failure?
Mm.
I don't know if you can scry into a different plane or not.
It's only
Scrying D&D
a certain
Beyond.
percentage that it can work.
You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you.
Oh, it's message that
Sending is
yeah,
what you're
sending
thinking
has
of.
a chance to fail, but can go to any plane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh wait, where's your parents at then?
they're in the Feywild.
they're in the Feywild. But, no, I
That
appreciate that.
we
but,
know of.
All right, I guess
I
fair.
mean, that's true. I don't know. Why don't you just tell me when you're doing it? Don't tell me that you're doing it. No. Wait,
Just
what
do
am I
it.
saying?
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Don't tell me, but then tell me after you do it. You know what I mean? Because I'll be really anxious if I know you're doing it.
As long as it's
like,
good
right
news.
now.
If it's bad news, don't tell me.
Yeah.
This one is confused. You want me to do it, or you do not want this one to do it?
No, go ahead and do it. Just don't tell me when you're gonna do it. But then tell me after you do it what happened.
Even if it's bad?
Oh.
Yes, Zana says.
Well,
Compliance.
I think didn't the architect say they were okay, or
Well, I mean,
what are we
or not the architect, Oracle?
Wait.
Sorry.
I feel like we're spiraling here, and just do it, Leaf.
Hermia becomes
Understood.
Tell me.
like just like this solid beacon of assuredness when it's other people's anxiety.
I
am the compass for other people's anxiety, but it doesn't work on me.
I
Sorry.
suffer so that I may lead you to a place I can never see.
Yes, peace.
sorry,
will
Maeve
never
is in the
see
room,
peace.
but Sarah executable just failed for about 5 minutes. What are we talking
About Leaf reaching out to Corey's parents and how it could be bad, but we're not going to think about that.
Do we want Leaf to do that, or should we encourage Corey to do that?
Well,
Corey can't catch
Corey
fire.
is best to
Cry.
reach. Corey is like,
Sorry.
oh yeah.
Do you
Thank
think
you.
I
I
should
vo-
just dream to them? Oh gosh,
No,
I don't know
no,
if
no,
I'm
no.
ready.
We already went over this. They're not gonna like the dream thing. They're gonna want to
They're
meet
not
you
gonna-
face to face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Scrying, I could see. I guess what I don't know is could Fade detect scrying? I know
Well,
they have
Zana
strong
also
magical-
points out that she's pretty sure you can't scry across planes.
I mean, this is also true.
Oh, that's
Fair
right.
enough.
We literally just established that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm keeping us up. And I just
It's
booped.
okay, but
Um,
what if the possibility that your parents are actually on this plane of existence right now?
I mean, they think this plane is boring, so I doubt they're hanging out here.
Oh, this one, sorry, you met Corey's
I did
parents
not
before?
meet them. I know of them because I am also from the Feywild.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Sure.
The place that has teleported to us before and then disappeared again.
That's my home.
Okay, that's not the
It's-
same as Corey's parents.
Well,
home.
okay, it's a part of the
Oh.
Feywild.
oh my gosh, hurry up! What if we're related?
That'd be really cool, but I don't think my parents are that cool to like also be related to you.
What if you were
No,
adopted?
we're not cool enough to be related to you.
I mean, no. Just no. You're way cooler than I am.
No.
Does
We're all
Corey's parents live on that city or a different city?
Different city. Corey's parents doesn't actually jive with like my parents.
Oh no, you are mortal enemies?
Not mortal enemies. They're just more of like, you guys are stupid.
She's Eladrin. They're technically only half Fey.
Wow, don't let them hear you say that.
There's a
Oh.
half face.
Zana explains, from my understanding, Venenthia was founded because the Eladrin saw themselves as more civilized than the rest of the quote-unquote barbaric Fey people, such as the Seelie and Unseelie court, and made
Oh.
their city fly as a way to remove themselves from it. There's
I mean,
bad
Shit.
blood between the two of them, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Man, Fey
Kinda
politics.
racist.
Oh.
You
Oh.
But not me. I think they're cool.
Hermia's one of
So-
the good ones.
there are Seelie and Unseelie. Would the Eladrin be considered a third party in all of this?
God.
A third
Yeah.
court,
Yes
perhaps?
and no.
Eladrin can be part of the Seelie or Unseelie Court, but they also sometimes
Some of
would be part
them
of
may
neither.
Why are you all
have
retro?
family ties from before they founded Venenthia, but as of now, yes, they would be considered something different.
Oh yeah, but like it's not like the other two courts recognized Venenthia's hierarchy.
This is a lot. I feel like I
It
need
is.
to also brush up on my Fey politics because I am not anywhere.
I
near
told
to
you I'm
knowing
taking you to the
anyone.
library when we get
Yeah,
to
I know. I
Damali
know.
and visit
know.
Maeve's other boyfriend.
Not a boyfriend, just a contact.
Oh, so like, is he next on the list?
Yeah, Zana goes for now.
Hermia, high five, Zana.
Zana doesn't
Raise her
high
hands
five
like-
Hermia. So Hermia like puts her
Oh.
hand up like she wants to high five, and Zana just has her arms crossed.
Hermia is very sad and just high fives herself.
Leaf will high five you if you wish.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. What?
I'm trying to
Okay.
cheer up Corey. Leave me alone.
No, it's okay. Sorry, you're right. We are spiraling. I'm just mile a minute thinking, and I boop. Maeve on the head. Okay, go see your sister. We believe in you. It's gonna be fine. And even if she tries to run away, she can't because you're in control of the dream. So have fun with that.
Thanks. Oh
Um,
boy.
I'm gonna go work on being myself for this day. Oh my
Yes.
god.
I want to hear all about it because it's better. It's going to be better than my news. So give us some details.
And Corey goes to their room.
Breathe out slower.
You'll pass out if you keep doing that. I know that from experience.
I believe her.
All right, so the dream spell has been cast on Maeve and on Corey.
That's correct.
Okay. So, as everyone, so was there anyone else want to do anything before it's time for everyone to go to bed? I don't think I saw anything else in the chat over here about
Roz
it.
is gonna stay up top tonight when everyone's like going to bed because that's where Leaf usually stays overnight, and Roz is gonna try and talk to Leaf tonight.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
Okay.
You will find Leaf in the crow's nest, beginning to attempt to scry.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So as you climb up there and see Leaf setting up his ritual, you also see Winston like sitting over in like the crows. It's circle. There's barely enough
small,
room. But
yeah.
He's kind of up there and he just has his flash. He's like, "Hey, robot's doing his weird thing again."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drinking again?
Does it? What's your problem?
I just noticed that I've never once seen you without alcohol, and I'm worried about you.
Oh, and that's a problem. Well, guess what? I've never once seen you without your sword, so maybe you got a sword problem. You know any other ways to solve your problems?
Roz also carries a shield.
I do. It's actually what I used to be more known for. But, anyway, if Leaf is scrying, I'll let him scry.
Okay, Winston and Roz are just staring at you now, watching you as you do your scry spell. He takes a sip and offers it.
This is what the
he
emotion
offers it
awkward
to you,
feels.
Roz.
She takes a drink.
Just like to point out, every time I've offered you, you haven't turned it down.
God.
Yeah. Hey, Winston, you want to give us a minute?
You watch as he stands up and goes to start getting over like the crow's nest and onto the rigging, and you hear like a crack in his back. He's like,
Yeah,
no, I got it. No, it's fine. It's not like it's
know,
hard for me to get up here or anything.
Yeah. Roz definitely is watching this in the same way you watch like an elderly parent like coming up the stairs, and you're like, oh, God, please don't fall. I don't want to have
Also,
to deal
you
with that.
came into his space.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, we
So
own this ship, so he's in my space. All
you
the
know
time.
what? He's been drinking. I'm gonna make this roll at disadvantage.
All right.
As it should be.
All right, let's do a dex save.
Is he
He
dead?
falls.
He does. That's a nat one on the dex save. So after
no.
after he gets out of view and you hear him climbing down, yeah. That's probably 2d6. I don't know how much HP Winston has. I'm gonna have to go and check here.
I think 11 last time I saw it.
Was that like a lot of noise?
Yeah, I'd say everyone down below heard something like hit the upper deck. Roz,
Armia
you
comes out. Are we under attack?
I
Oh, God, Winston!
Winston's like, I'm fine, just napping.
Oh, okay.
Is he bleeding?
Is he okay?
Leaf will throw a just kind of like toss like a healing word down onto Winston as it continues to.
Leaf,
do
did
some-
you throw him?
No, it was
Thank-
my fault.
All right, so as you heal, and he goes, "Thanks, Leo. You're a good robot."
Yes.
I think that means he likes you, Leaf.
I hope. Maybe. I don't know. He calls me Marcia, so I don't know.
I don't think he's ever addressed me directly.
Well,
You know what? He took exactly 6 damage from that fall.
There you go.
Great.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Okay, well, good night, Winston.
So who are you? Yep. Who are you scrying on, Leaf?
Well, I'm going
Down below, you see Cole on a chalkboard is erasing a 8 where it says "Days since Winston has fallen," and puts a
Nice
big
try,
zero.
Winston.
Puts a big 0 up there.
Well, as part of the scrying ritual that Leaf now does, due to the success that it had when drawing a picture of the doctor, Leaf is also going to draw just like kind of a stick figure portion of Corey's parents and use that as a way that does not work to get a likeness or picture.
Nope, sure doesn't.
But still does it because it worked last time. And Leaf is very superstitious.
All right, so Leaf goes to do his scrying spell, and as soon as you complete the ritual and cast the spell, you see a quick little, sort of like green little spark sort of just appear in the air in front of you, and it kind of materializes and sparks there for like 2-3 seconds before it fizzles out. And with your spell slot depleted, it seems that though you cast the spell, it could not be completed.
You should have did like error 404 or something.
Server not found.
Yeah.
Error
Yes.
404.
Recipient not found. Return.
Recipient
Yes.
not found. Yep.
What is it? Mailer demon?
Yep.
The person you were trying to reach does not exist.
That's good.
Well, one thing is certain.
Corey's parents are dead.
This one has not had. This one did not contact Corey's parents.
I'm sorry. Were you
They are
expecting
not of
to
this
be able
world
to?
anymore.
Were they ever of this world? Aren't they from the Feywild?
I'm not sure. I can only see what they're doing in the present. What their past was still remains a clouded mystery to this one.
Oh. Well, I think that they're literally the king and queen of the Fey, so they're probably in the Feywild. That's probably why it didn't work.
That's a great idea. This one should devise a spell to look into someone's past.
That's
This
not
will work
what
on
I
that.
said.
Thank you for that, Rosalind. What Leaf is going to put all of its scrying stuff away and say, well, Dreamwalker Rosalind, what do I have the pleasure? What do
Oh, yeah. So sorry, a lot has happened in the last 3 minutes or so. I'm sorry. I guess I'm still catching up. So I noticed that you been fighting Hermia the last couple days. I mean, you've been beating
Yes,
up Hermia
this-
the last couple days.
Hermia had requested a sparring match to help alleviate her emotions. Oh, would you like one as well? And you can see Leaf's hand just starts to like grow that rooted, corrupted, kind of like red-ish aura, and kind of just waits for you.
No. No, actually, I just kind of wanted, I've had a lot going on the last few days, and I haven't really had a chance to check in. How are you doing with all this? I mean, going to see, like, the doctor and all.
That question has a large frame of a large net that could be cast to catch many fish.
Okay.
Please, narrow your search.
Okay. Well, I know if I was going to see my mom for the first time in a long time, and I thought that she was dead and she wasn't, I'd probably be having kind of a hard time with that.
Oh, yes, in that regard, this one is having a hard time, as you fleshy mortals say, keeping it up. Unfortunately, this one is uncertain as to how to prepare or plan for this.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions?
No. I don't think this is something you can prepare for. Like,
What do you think will happen?
I think whatever you see, while it feels right now like it might change everything, I think what you're going to realize is it doesn't actually change anything. You're you.
From-
Like, when we saw your brother and sister and we helped them, like, it was a big deal, but it doesn't change who you are.
Well, it almost changed what I was, what this one was.
Oh,
Indeed. This one would have almost became decapitated,
oh,
and thus no longer have a head.
And he's not wrong.
that's true. That is hard to argue with.
That is a great change. Possibly a portal may have erupted from it. We should test this theory out someday.
No, probably not.
Compliance.
What do you... I have to ask kind of an insensitive question here, but you feel like you experience emotions. When Corey was gone, when they ran away, it hurt you. You missed them. When you found out that your creator was still alive, you worried about them. You wanted to see them. When you found out that Gareth was taking the Aormatons, you were angry and felt betrayed. You feel things.
Perhaps. But aren't feelings and emotions just neurological sensors sent from your brain to your other parts of your body?
Kind of, but at the same time, not really. Because if that was the case, you could map them perfectly. You could understand always how things were going to work out. It would all just be systems of logic, but that's not how emotions work. Sometimes things just are, and it's hard to deal with. My sisters, right? I shouldn't, by any real logical conclusion, have cared. I never knew them. I had never met them. I only knew about them in the abstract. But feelings aren't logical. I loved them despite knowing nothing about them.
It is funny. This one feels like you're trying to connect, make this one feel more connected and more similar to you all by saying that it has feelings.
Do you not think that you're similar to us?
There are certain likenesses, yes. But if this one is truly a machine that can feel, then that is something utterly and totally unique. In fact, that would bring... maybe this one would have even more loneliness.
Roslyn,
Well-
as he says that, the Aromatons are machines, and they can feel.
Mm-hmm. Roz nods. The Aormaton who sold us the Aploranges, they took pride in their work. That's a feeling. The one we spoke to down on the docks was worried for their friend. It's a feeling. They're machines. They can feel. I mean,
Yes.
Look at me. I'm a Kalishtar. We're 1 in a million. Like, I've never met another Kalishtar. But still related
you
to
also-
people.
Don't you also have your Kalishtar spirit?
We are one and the same. Yeah. Well, normally I would, but she's gone. But yeah, normally, yes. We are one being, 2 minds, 2 souls. Sorry, 1 soul, 2 minds. But my point is to say that you're up here and you're trying to figure out what or who you are, what your place in this world is, worrying about your mother. You're not as different from us as you think you are. Those are all very human things. And anyway, I
It's true.
choose to go into battle with you day in and day out. And I certainly wouldn't trust just a machine with that.
But you do trust your metal armor and sword. So is that more
I trust
than
them to do what they're supposed to do. I trust my sword to cut, and I trust my armor to deflect a hit, though the way the DM rolls, it scarcely happens. Nevertheless,
this one can help with that.
but nevertheless, I don't trust them with my life. I would trust you with my life.
This one has trusted you with its life.
She nods. Have a good night, Leaf.
Good night, Dream Walker Rosalind.
She'll hop down and head to bed.
Is Winston still there?
Yeah, Winston's still just kind of laying there.
Is he awake or is he just sleeping?
You're not sure.
Aw.
Hey, Winston, it looks like it's gonna rain tonight. You want
Yeah,
me to
yep.
bring you inside?
No, gotta watch.
Nope.
Night watch.
You're good?
Night watch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Roz is gonna erect a small tent over him out there with
He
some tarp.
sits up. No, I got a raincoat.
Oh.
And he walks over
Okay.
near the mast and he just picks up a tarp, throws it
Winston,
over
have
his
you thought about
shoulder, and
retiring at any point?
starts retiring. Don't pay the bills.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
And if I don't work on the ship, I'll have more bills to pay. Rent here is free. Food is free, since Leaf can make it.
Winston, how many gold do you need to retire?
Oh. You trying to get rid of me, Leo?
Never.
All right.
However,
He
this
climbs
one
back
does
up.
like this crow's nest.
Well, we can share it. He plops on the other side and he wraps the tarp around himself.
Boy. Roz just frowns and shakes her head and walks back inside.
All right. So, as everyone's laying down, trying to find their way to sleep, or in some cases, waiting for their targets, we'll say, to fall asleep.
Wow.
Weird.
Hermia, what are you doing right now? What's Hermia thinking about?
I mean, she's probably how late is it?
Like 11-ish.
Oh, she's out. She's sleeping.
She awakes
God
after
damn it.
a bit of sleeping because it's really chilly, like unusually cold for. It usually gets cold during the nights, but like you kind of open your eyes trying to pull the blankets tighter to you and notice that your breath, you can see your breath on the air.
Oh, that's not normal, is it?
No, that's not normal.
Oh no.
Make a perception
Oh.
check for me.
Out.
I'm gonna use an inspo.
Sure.
Ooh, nat 20.
A nat 20.
The first one was an 8.
With a nat 20, you hear sobbing. But it's almost like the volume of a whisper, though. And it takes you a moment looking around, and you see at first just the outline. And you have dark vision, like your eyes don't adjust to the dark, but they seem to take a moment to adjust to the presence of this figure standing near your door. And you see maybe early 20s by your reckoning, a woman. Long, braided white hair, sort of a rugged complexion, beautiful tribal tattoo on her left arm, and she's there, but you can see through her.
Like
she's
a ghost?
like a ghost. Yeah. And she steps
I
back.
pinch myself.
As you pinch yourself, she kind of steps backwards through the door.
Like, did she look at me, or is she just walking backwards?
She seems to have been looking at you. And she leaves the room.
Okay, well, it's cold as fuck still, so Hermia's annoyed, so she'll follow the ghost.
Okay. As you open the door and look out, you see her walking towards the back of the ship, her arms crossed, just sort of wandering through. Not like she's looking to go anywhere particular, but just seems to be walking towards the back of the ship.
Hey, lady?
She stops.
Are you lost?
She turns back towards you. Can you see me?
I think so.
She has this look on her face like she's not sure if she wants to smile or cry. But she comes up.
Please don't cry more, because usually I'm the one that cries, and that spot's taken.
She comes towards you and reaches out like she's trying to grab your hands, but they kind of go through, and you feel the shiver go up your spine. And she just goes, "Please help me. You need to help me get away from this place."
The boat?
No. I don't know how long I've been here, but the ship that I was on went down. I died here.
Oh, you need to go to the other side? Or you don't want to go?
I just don't want to be out here alone anymore.
I don't know if Folomir can fit any more souls in him. I guess she wouldn't be lonely.
What?
My sword is kind of like, what do you call it? Grim Reaper? He takes souls to the other side.
She just looks a bit confused and worried. I think that if you maybe find one of my possessions, and take it from the wreckage away from here, then I think that would help. I can't leave here for some reason. Occasionally boats come by and I try to talk to people. You're the first one who's ever been able to see me, but eventually your boat will be too far and I'll be tethered back to my resting place.
Who's driving the boat?
You know that during the night it's usually First Mate Flowers who's up on deck doing it.
Well, okay, Maeve is busy. Corey's busy. Leaf is probably doing some weird shit somewhere. Leo's creepy. No, I'm just kidding.
No!
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna get him to stop, but they're probably not gonna listen to me because I've kind of convinced that. Well, no, I'm not the responsible one. Let me get Roz. I'll go to Roz's door.
Okay. As you run off, this poor ghost is just like, all the people to finally see me.
I'll be right back.
Roz, you hear a knock on your door.
What? What? Huh?
Roz.
What? Yes, what?
Okay, come with me.
All right, give me a moment. And you hear shuffling of clothes.
She sleeps
and
All
she
right.
gets dressed.
You sleep naked. Hermia, I'm embarrassed, so
It's fine. It's
I'm not gonna think about
fine.
it.
Fine.
It's too late. I'm already thinking about it. God damn it.
Yeah, you are. And, she heads over and opens up the door now
Hermia's
in her night
Beat
clothes.
red and just like takes your hand and just drags you down the hall
Oh god.
where the ghost
Okay.
is.
We're
All right.
going. Okay.
And as
Yep.
you come back to sort of the common, usually where like you eat and stuff like that. Actually, no. I think where the rooms are is where the horse is. It is, yeah. No, horse is on the bottom deck. This is like the middle deck.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, as you take her back towards into like sort of the storage area is more of what it is. You don't see anything.
Damn it! Was it all a dream? Okay, Roz, I swear to God, there was a ghost here, and I know that sounds really fucking crazy, but it was a ghost, and they can't leave like here because they have something that's tying them to the material plane still, and they need us to like take the object and do we destroy it like in The Witcher, or like do we just have to take it somewhere else?
All right. Well, Hermia, let me lead with. Less than 48 hours ago, I had a psychic dream battle with my sister from the abyss of another plane. So a ghost being here is not the weirdest thing I've heard in the last few days.
You think we could ask Flowers to stop the ship and maybe just like take like a what do they
Yes,
call little
it's our
like
ship.
rowboat?
Of course we can ask him.
Okay. Can we do that? Let's do
Yeah.
that now before we get too
Okay.
far away.
All right. Roz will go up top with Hermia, and she's like, "Fuck, it's fucking cold." She's just
Yeah,
wearing,
you
like,
see
skimpy
Flowers
night
is up
shorts and a
there
tank
in
top.
Flowers is up there in like, you know, a blanket, and you see there's like a bottle of whiskey there as well, and she's to come up. She nods.
Are you drinking and
Flowers.
driving?
Flowers.
You got a better way to stay warm?
We need
Actually,
you to
alcohol
stop
constricts the blood
ship.
flow.
Not this.
Stop using your logic.
I mean, maybe it does, but it burns well too. So it
Yeah,
burns
that's
more
fair.
than it does whatever you said.
We need you
all
to
right.
stop.
Yeah.
Drinking? Fuck you.
No,
Stop
well,
the ship.
yes,
You can
but
keep
no.
drinking.
Yeah, you can keep
Oh.
drinking. We need you to stop the ship.
She looks around. 4.
I need to go like back a little bit in a little like what do you call
Yeah.
them? Like
We need
like
to
a-
turn around and go back like.
well, we don't need to turn around. Like I'm pretty sure you guys have like a what do you call them? Like a little.
The
like,
ship does not have reverse.
No. Like, god damn it! I don't know boat terms. You know the little boats that are on the big boats that you like go
ship.
into for
Yes,
emergency purposes.
She
ship,
just
yeah.
points over to like the like rowboats on the side, the like, you know,
Yeah.
the
Mini boat.
emergency boats.
No.
Mini boat.
Those. I just need you to stop so when I go back, like you weren't so far away.
What
that
do
I
you
can
have
never
to go
get
back?
to
What
you
is
again.
happening right now?
Just listen to me.
Leave is
Or
gonna
I
pop
will
its head over
Ban
the
you
crow's
from
nest.
drinking.
Hey, we're trying to look out up here.
Sorry. Okay, just wait. Drop anchor. We'll be back in an hour. Okay.
All right. And she kind
Thank
of
you.
lets out a loud whistle, and about a minute later, Cole comes out. What? We're stopping.
We need
Well,
to
those-
drop anchor for an hour.
For what?
Doesn't matter. Just do it.
All right, so you watch as Cole and Winston pull the sails up, and anchor gets dropped.
Hey, Leaf, do we still have water breathing on?
Yes. Water breathing lasts 24 hours.
Roz,
Great.
get more clothes on. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Roz,
It's embarrassing.
She is quite sorry.
Harry just walks away and after she says that.
Roz shrugs. She goes downstairs and gets dressed in her armor and stuff. Since we're going to do who knows what. Puts on her ring of water walking.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll start. We'll take a rowboat backwards to see what we can find.
Actually,
Do you need help?
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
Leaf,
want to
actually,
turn
you should come
into,
with
like,
us. If you want to,
yeah,
like, you turn into, like, a whale or a fish.
that we could ride.
Like oh, yeah, like a swordfish, something huge.
You can turn into like a
Um,
dolphin. Or a
Dolphin
sea
would be
turtle.
great.
Dragon turtle.
No,
Dragon
dragon
turtle.
turtle's too big.
Maybe we should go into the boats and save turning into stuff as riding as a backup plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
A backup plan, not the full
Three-
plan.
Yeah, the three of us will row backwards then.
And Hermia will call over, Ghost Lady, are you out here somewhere? I forgot to ask your name because I'm a bad person.
Leaf is just gonna kind of like lean over to Roslyn and say, "Are we going to get stabbed?"
She thinks in her head to you, honestly, I'm 50-50 on it. This might be an elaborate murder.
Maybe Leaf just hit her too hard in the head.
This might be her, like, having finally decided she's had enough.
Yep. So rowboats don't travel nearly as fast as boats do. So it
There's
takes
three
you.
of us to rowing, so
You think
maybe
You think
should turn
Hermie
to a
is
shark
rowing?
And been like,
You've got 18 strength Rosalind doing the rowing, thank you.
Yes. But still, it takes you about like 30 minutes of rowing.
That's unfortunate.
Hermia-
We should have told them we only need an hour.
Yeah, Hermia. I mean, you can still see there's like lanterns and stuff lit
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
once you leave, so you can
actually-
see where they are.
Okay, maybe this is taking too long. Okay, Leaf, can you, like, hold this ship here, like, hold this boat here for a second, and we'll be right back. If there's an emergency, you'll know. You'll just fucking know, okay?
Real quick, what do you mean by we'll be right back?
I touch you, wait, I can't cast fly on multiple people, can I? That's
at a higher level spell slot.
I would say at 4th level spell slots you can.
what level am I at?
Level
Should
10,
be
I
at
think you are at
5,
4th. You're at 4th or 5th level now.
Oh yeah, I am. Okay, screw that. I touch you and I, like, boop myself on the nose and cast fly.
Leaf will send a message to Roslyn, say, "It was a pleasure knowing you."
Roz takes off flying and thinks this is the coolest thing ever.
All right, so you take off flying.
And using my keen mind, I try to, like, go back to where we were.
Aha!
So make a perception check for me, which is what I was about to ask after I said the 30-minute thing before you wanted to cast fly on yourself.
Oh, I got a 19 plus.
Okay. So you cast fly, and you and Rosalind go up into the air, and as you turn to go back to where you are, you look down and see the spirit standing next to the boat with Leaf looking up at you.
Oh,
Damn it!
do I see the spirit?
You do.
You are?
Yeah, you do.
Do you
Oh.
see her? I'm not crazy, right?
I do, yes. No, I see her.
I
All
don't know
of you?
why I just cast fly, but
All of you can see me?
yeah.
Yes.
He
You're
takes out
right.
its sickle and exorcism preparation.
No, Leaf.
No.
Leaf, we were
What's
trying to
your
help
name?
her.
My name is Beatrix Commonbrook.
Beatrix, nice to meet you. I'm Roz. This is Hermia and Leaf.
We're here to find that thing you told me to get from the wreckage.
I'm no expert on the supernatural, but it was an interest of mine when I was living, and
There's
sometimes
an irony in that.
spirits can be anchored to Mentos that meant a lot to them.
You didn't die when your ship sank, did you?
I did.
How
Flash.
far down is your ship?
I'm not sure.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Can we use a fly to swim faster?
I'd say that you could probably swim at your fly speed.
Cool.
This will definitely allow Roslyn to not be stuck at the bottom of the sea in her plate armor.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I'm smart.
Yeah, because that's definitely why you intended it.
Yes, it all worked out according to plan.
All right. So, my only concern with us going down there isn't so much the breathing aspect, because Leaf's got us covered there, but water pressure does become a problem after a certain point. Never mind. Roz doesn't know that. No, never mind. Roz has already taken the ring off to head on down.
Make an in check.
I was like, Roz and her 10 intelligence is,
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, you know what? She rolled a 17. Maybe this is something she actually knows
So
about.
Roz steps up the side of the boat, and as she's about to jump in, she's like, Does water weigh down on the further
Water
you go?
is heavier, right?
Water
Water
heavy.
gets heavy, right? Water heavy.
Right? I'm not dumb. Water heavier
I'm
than
not
air.
dumb.
That's why water here and air up there. Listen, Roz is a kind, bright girl with a silver tongue and a heart of gold, but she's not the brightest girl.
So Hermia and Roz, you're going down into the water?
Yeah. We'll make some
Cool.
constitution checks.
Cool.
yeah, this is probably a bad idea, but hey,
She takes
we're-
off her ring of water walking and puts it in her pack.
Yeah. I assume that when you have the ring of water walking, you can will yourself into water
okay,
or
fair
on
enough.
top of it. So
Fair enough.
Kalistar don't have dark vision, do they?
I
No.
could, since it's not a concentration wait, yeah, it's not a concentration spell. I can cast dancing lights to go with us as we go down.
That will help a bit because it is nighttime and you're going
And it's
into the
dark.
water. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's going to be dark. All right, let's do this.
So
I foresee nothing going wrong.
The
Of course
two
not.
of you begin your descent down into the Lacidian Ocean in the dead of night.
Hey, you know what? It's really cold down here.
And
Yeah.
it's like a black void once you get like a good 20, 30 feet down. Like even with the dancing lights, you don't see where you're going, but you do see that
Does
Beatrix.
the ghost lady glow?
The Beatrix down here, sort of in the light of your glowing light, your dancing lights in the water, does seem to give her a bit more of like this weird sort of ethereal glow as she seems to be descending along with you and kind of starts to move ahead a little bit as though she's trying to lead you to where
You know,
it
if she's a
is you have to
siren,
go.
we're going to be the easiest prey she has ever gotten.
no.
Yeah, Hermia like says in your head, I didn't think this through. I should have had you pass detect good and evil or something.
It's
You
a
can-
ghost. Of
I
course,
mean, I
it's
definitely
evil.
would pick something up. She is undead.
I was gonna say, yeah,
That's
you
true.
divine sense, you'd be like, yeah, she's undead. She's definitely a ghost.
Is she
Confirmed.
good or a bad ghost?
That does not detect.
We don't detect alignment here. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say.
well, I don't know how the spell
think
works. I'm not a
3.5.
paladin.
Nah, it's fine.
But you go down further. Any worries that you may have had before definitely begin to mount. And
I was like,
Roslyn
hey, I'm not an idiot. Water is heavy.
and Roslyn, yes, you start to eventually pick up on the pressure of being deeper and deeper into the water. And it isn't too much longer. You have no idea how far you've potentially gone at this point. But eventually, she stops. She points.
Is
And
there a shipwreck?
Hermia, you send your dancing lights out a bit further because you can only see maybe like 20 feet in front of you, even with dark vision down here in because of the obfuscation of the water. But as you send your dancing lights forward, you do indeed see the wreckage of a ship.
Roz is gonna think to Hermia. All right, let's get in and see if we can find anything of note or worth bringing back up, and something of hers.
Okay.
We'll
She-
like motion towards her to like kind of say, like, can you lead us to something that belongs to you?
Yeah, she moves forward and you watch as she vanishes into the side of the ship.
Okay, I go after her.
Go
after.
ahead and make you can either both do it at disadvantage or one of you can do a straight roll. Make an investigation check to see if you can get find a way into the ship.
Hermia, I'll give you advantage.
Okay, here we go.
She
I'm
gets
going to tell you,
she
Roz's
gets
investigation is not great.
she gets a straight roll because you're helping her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great. Well, I'll give
Yeah.
you a straight roll.
You
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, the other
The
one
only
fell
straight
on the
thing Roz
floor,
has ever
and I
given
can't
anyone.
read it.
You could use your oracle powers to use somebody else's investigation.
Is a 15 plus 7 good enough? You think?
15 plus
probably,
7 is enough. Yes.
Okay.
You are able to find a small where the cargo hold usually is, like on the deck of the ship, be able to go down into the cargo hold. This is only about half of the ship that you see here, but you're able to find that large sort of hatch, and with Rosalind's help, you're able to sort of pull the grate back enough for the two of you to slip inside. As you begin to make your way through here, you notice that this is probably the galley. You see what looks to be, at one point, everything's rotted and waterlogged now. A place where perhaps the crew sat to eat. You see half the remains of two skeletons there next to one another. On another side, you see the rusted remains of several pots and pans and cutlery.
Did I see any weaponry like on the ship when we came down? Like, can I get a sense of like what kind of ship this was?
Sure. You can make either a perception would you say perception or insight? Your choice.
They're both +1. Oh, 19 for a 20.
Yeah, so with a 20, you don't see anything yet that denotes that this was like a pirate vessel or like a military vessel of any kind. So your current theory is probably that this was some sort of merchant ship or transport ship, similar to what the Pandering Breeze was before you put guns on it. But you continue making your way
Hermia,
up.
you hear in your head, hey, I don't know what we're going to do in Port Damali, but between this and the fight pit in Nicodranus, our dates are the coolest.
I mean, Hermia says, like, this is, like, by far one of the coolest things that I've ever done. And then also, and she just swims faster.
Yo, this is sick as hell. Also, this is terrifying.
You continue searching, and eventually you come to a choice. You have stairs that lead up into probably what was maybe, based on how your ship is constructed, where the captain's quarters would be, or you can go down deeper into the ship's hold.
So, with my keen mind, what kind of, how was the ghost dressed?
Yeah,
like, was she fancy, or was
No,
she
she was
like...
wearing, like, sailor's clothes.
Okay, so she wouldn't be in the captain's quarters.
Probably not.
We'll go down.
Yeah, we'll head down.
Where the crew would be.
Okay. So heading down into the hold, you do first come by some crew's quarters. Taking a look into some of the rooms, you continue to see more skeletal remains. None of them quite fully intact. Who knows how long they've been down here for. You also occasionally see some marine life swimming about or scuttling about under your feet. Make one more investigation or perception check for me. This one with advantage, as the ghost seems to have reappeared now a little bit further down in the hold. He's just kind of standing there.
Okay. I got dirty 20.
Okay.
13 plus 7.
The ship has crashed down here in a way to where you see the seafloor. And where she's sort of standing and pointing down is a mixture of the silt of the bottom of the sea, as well as several boxes. And she just kind of points down towards them.
Roz will swim over and try and wrench a box open.
Make an athletics check for me.
Can I just, like, look in the silt? Like, just, like kind of, like...
Start to look through it?
Like,
Yeah, sure.
Shift through it with my hands.
With a 20, you kind of get down and start to shift and move through it and realize that there's a bunch of boxes as well. And if she's in this direction, she was likely... Hopefully she drowned first, or else she was crushed underneath.
Crushed to death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever they were transporting.
27 for my athletics check.
Yeah, you easily pry it open, and inside there are dozens and dozens of rods. They're about 6 inches long, so half a foot. They seem to be pretty fancy. They have like nice finishes and stuff on them. Some of them are kind of rusted and crusted over with barnacles, and again, being under the sea for who knows how long. And they all seem to have a button on them as well.
Oh shit.
Ross, tries
Maybe
to,
don't.
Ross picks one up.
Mm-hmm.
She presses the button.
Okay.
Does it stop moving?
I mean, you press the button, you let go of it?
Yeah.
Falls to the dirt, into the ground.
Oh. Okay. She'll look towards the ghost and motion.
You're holding up one of the rods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gives you a look, and you hear in your head, what?
No. Okay. She's gonna lift the crates off and pull it, kind of like dig them out of the silt.
Yep. Yeah, I'll say with a 27 athletics, easy enough for you to start moving through the boxes and Hermia helping to dig, and eventually you come across the partial remains of a skeleton, and you see in it as well a small locket in the shape of a dolphin that seems to have sort of embedded right in the center of it. You see just small, ever so small, sort of like sapphire that seems to be embedded in it.
Lovely. Rosal motion to Hermia. She wants to take it.
Yeah, Hermia will lift it up and hold it towards Ghost Lady
And as you
Beatrice.
pick it up, she kind of moves towards you, and she fades away.
Okay, I think this is it. You'll hear in your head. Let's get up.
I want to check out that captain's quarters. The Corey and me is speaking.
Using my keen mind, how long have we been down here?
Since you went into the water and left Leaf up top,
Yeah.
it's probably getting close to an hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll surface
I think
then.
we should
And-
surface.
An hour will be up before you get to the surface.
Yeah. All right, we will surface then.
Okay. Make as you're coming back out, I need you to make another athletics check to pry the grate open again to get out from inside the ship.
Can do. I'll spend inspo. 21.
21
I-
is enough. Hermia easily
I
slips through
will
it.
use another spell slot to keep fly up.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. Hermia's able to easily slip through. With a 21, your armor kind of gets caught a bit and kind of scrapes through as Hermia can't really hold it for you. But you do get out, and with it, you're able to fly back up and pop into the boat with Leaf. By this point, everyone else has been waken up because Leaf, Hermia, and Rosalind said they would be back in an hour. And they're not back yet, and they just took a rowboat out into the dead of night.
Leaf, can you turn into a bird and tell them we're coming?
Leaf would send them. Are we within 500 feet of them or no?
No.
Right?
Okay.
Like miles, I think.
Hold
We're
on,
probably like a mile away.
Yeah.
I can do something.
If only you had taken a boyfriend stone with you.
Yeah.
Like the paired ones.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Roz doesn't keep those with her.
You could have used.
I like how
Yeah.
Ty Maver
Yeah.
got a pair of sending stones, and instead of being like, somebody should take this so we have constant communication, she's like, both of these are mine.
You know,
I
if I
think
wasn't
we're
creepy and
boyfriends.
someone woke me up, I would have suggested some
This
stuff,
was
but
definitely
no.
meant to be a party exercise, and Hermia and Roz are
it
like,
was?
date time under the sea.
Well, I guess
Ooh.
like Hermia would like not think Leo would believe her.
We figured people were in dream spell.
Well, I
Have fun.
had some things that would work pretty well if it was daytime and you could see in the sky. Unfortunately, Skyrite is not very useful.
At night? Nope,
at
sure isn't.
nighttime.
That's rough. Well, we'll start making our way back.
People on the boat, are you
Uh,
worried at all? Or
Yes.
Leaf,
Are we
what
awake?
Leaf will
yeah,
do.
yeah. Flowers would have came down and been like, so y'all are our bosses, and 3 of you told us to stop the boat so they could take a rowboat out
Hey, what?
into the dead of the night. I
Hey,
don't know.
what?
I don't know why. They wouldn't tell me why. Hermia was just like, we have to do this, and Rosalind was like, we're doing this, and Leaf went with him.
This
said
is
to
what
be back
happens when you're
in an
not
hour.
around, Maeve.
And it's been like an hour and a half.
Although you would see off in the distance, Leaf would cast a moonbeam, just kind of like off in the water, so it's like a flare.
Is this going to
Okay.
interrupt my dream spell
Okay.
conversation?
You guys haven't so the dream spell, you have to wait for your target to go to sleep.
Fair
So you've
enough.
basically been in your bed like waiting. So no, your dream
Okay,
spell's not
fair
going to be
enough.
interrupted.
That's
Wait.
cool. Okay.
When you eventually come up on, like after everything's been explained to you, and Maeve is probably like in full I can't take a moment for myself mode.
Pretty much.
You come up on deck and you see maybe like a mile, maybe a little bit less. It's hard to tell for sure, but you just see a single solitary beam of light off in the distance. And Flowers
Okay.
goes, "You want me to turn the boat around?"
Yes, it'll be easier to just fucking go towards them and then turn back around. I'm sorry.
I had no
You guys
idea.
get overtime pay when we get to port.
All right, Cole, Winston, we're turning the boat around.
Weigh anchor.
Pull the anchor up. They start to get things turned around. And this is gonna be great. You and Hermia eventually get back up into the boat. How long does Moonbeam last for?
Moonbeam lasts for a minute.
Okay, yeah. So I should have had you roll to see if they see it actually. Well, we'll
If you
say
want, I
Eagle-eyed
have lots of
Winston.
spell shots,
His name's
so.
Eagle-eyed Winston for a minute for a reason. So they saw it. So you guys get back up. The moonbeam's gone, so you don't see it. So you get back into the boat with Leaf.
You were down there for a long time. Did you
I
find
know.
anything?
We did. It was a shipwreck and it was really cool. And we found the thing that will help the lady move on to the next life.
Oh, what was it?
This.
A necklace.
Cool. Was there anything else down there?
I mean, I figured we were down there an hour and fly only lasts an hour and I had to cast it twice and I figured like it's getting close to like the dawn of the next day and I don't know how long water breathing lasts for, so I figured we should probably just go up.
That
it
would
will
have been
last
awful
until
to
break-
have water breathing stop working in the middle of our excursion. We're
Probably
all
should have
gonna
had y'all
die.
roll for that, huh?
It lasted for 24 hours.
Leaf is up top there, and suddenly he's like, "Oh, water breathing has." Uh-oh.
That's why I asked how long we had been down
Yeah.
there, because I was trying to gauge if it was like
Yep.
close to the dawn of the next day.
So, as you begin rowing back in the opposite direction, Keen Mind helps you with this to know exactly which direction to go. But it doesn't help you with a boat that is now making a pretty wide turn to go back in the direction they saw the moonbeam. So, we're going to roll to see if if you find each other quickly,
Oh,
at a
God.
medium pace.
Would we see
Or
the
if it takes
ball?
a
Can
minute.
my eagle eyes help?
They probably will.
Cool.
So here's what I want. Let's get a perception check from both sides. Maeve and Leaf, make a perception. Why am I even
Okay.
having you doing this? No one's going to be in.
I could roll like a 2 and a 1. We don't know.
Maeve gets it automatically, Corey.
I rolled a 15.
I only got 21. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. We'll say that between the two of you, it takes you 2 hours to finally find them. Roz, even with your incredible strength, by this time your arms are still fucking burning. They are sore as
Yeah.
fuck.
Ah,
Between this excursion and finding people, you all lose half a day of travel. But eventually, you do bring them back on board to what I'm sure is a very... I don't know. How's Maeve feeling? What's her reaction when they bring them
Hey.
back up on board?
What the hell were you doing?
We were
Oh.
on a shipwreck.
Yeah, we found a shipwreck, and
A
it was a
chaos
ghost.
Chaos crew adventure without me?
Ghost
mean-
in a shipwreck. You wait.
You
what
don't.
happened?
You don't know that it's a ghost yet, because they didn't tell Flowers that they were looking for a fucking ghost. They literally
I
said.
just said it.
believe us.
Oh,
I just
sorry.
said it.
I just heard the shipwreck.
no.
Yeah. So Flowers
No,
goes.
so-
A ghost told you there was a
Yes.
shipwreck, and you wanted to go
ghost
in the middle of the
visited-
night. You want to go Okay. Yep.
Spelunking?
Sure. Great.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting
no, there
we're
was a-
getting paid time and a half apparently.
Well,
There
that's
Right,
why
Leo?
I said
Great.
stop and didn't
Cool.
make you go back.
No,
I
That's why
didn't
we
tell
didn't
you to
tell
come
you.
back.
Look, I have to do what you say anyway.
us.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't. This is why we drink. And she walks back up to the wheel.
Roz shrugged.
She could be mad.
Uh,
It's cool.
she looks
Wait,
at,
did you get
Roz-
everything from down there? Did you make it worth her while?
We saved the woman who was trapped down there. Yeah.
Was
Were
there
there
anything
treasures?
else?
Well,
We
we were already down there for a long time. We didn't really want to spend a lot of time like looting the ship.
I mean, we
Yeah,
already
if it
wasted
was
time
there.
turning this around. We could
No
throw
one
someone else
asked you to
down
do
there.
that.
Well, I was saying, if you just left the boat where it was, we knew
You
where it
were
was.
For over
We
an
would
hour.
have found it
You
quicker.
said- the crew got concerned. You said you'd be gone for an
Yeah.
hour. So then they called us, and none of us had any idea what was going
Okay,
You
on.
hear
well, if
Flowers
just
yell,
wanted to get to the
Yeah,
bottom,
sorry
then we
for
thought it was-
Karen.
That's why we're
I
concerned.
think the rule is like don't go looking until like 48 hours have passed. So that's really on you guys.
We would be in Port Damali.
I mean, not if you were stopped.
What? How are we supposed to know any of
Well,
this?
sorry, I thought you were in your dream spell for the night.
Yeah.
We were waiting. Sana wasn't sleeping yet. She's always
Oh.
awake.
Donna
Is
wouldn't
she?
have believed me at all.
I don't know.
What,
She
you
probably
Of the two
heard
of us,
everything.
you're the one who slept with her.
Yeah, she probably heard everything and didn't say anything.
Okay. My point is that just please, it's okay if you're gonna wake somebody up. Just
I did. I woke up Roz instead of going by
somebody
myself.
who's not gonna go with you on the boat, please.
I mean,
Oh,
Roz
this one
wouldn't
did
have
not go underneath the water or go inside
I
the
just
bottom
mean,
boat.
like somebody on the boat that knows what's happening, and then people off the boat that knows what's happening.
Flowers knew what was happening.
Yeah,
No,
she knew that
Flowers
we were
did
gonna come
not.
back.
Obviously, did not know. Just
He knew
please.
we were out there.
Okay, listen. I don't need to get mad. Just please, next time, can we agree?
Yeah, sure.
Wait,
About
was
what?
there more stuff
Say
down
something.
there? I don't
Um,
care that we wasted time.
I found a box that had a bunch of iron rods in it that were covered in barnacles and had a button on them, but I checked to see if they were on a movable rod and they weren't.
I mean, like, I don't want to be serious, but losing time is kind of a serious issue because we are on a time thing for
Okay.
what we're doing.
Well, we
No
did
one's
save
looking to
someone's
turn
life.
around.
I just,
Well,
Well,
you
no,
saved
you had
someone's
to wait
unlife.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but,
it took
sorry.
longer to find you because you weren't in the spot that we left you at.
Because you were gone longer than we've been over this. None of us knew what was going on. We thought you were dead
No.
or hurt. We didn't know. That's what I'm saying. We didn't know. It's okay. I'm happy you saved someone. I'm happy that all worked out. It's just
Maeve,
Okay.
you feel just sort of the sensation in your mind that your
Yeah.
sister has gone to sleep.
If she just
Oh,
passed
no.
out,
no. I have to go to sleep.
oh, that'd be
So
funny.
she's just gonna sigh.
Mhm.
I have to go. I don't want to argue.
Good luck with your sister.
Thanks.
I have fun.
I just hope what I'm trying to say gets through. That's all. Okay. She's gonna walk away because she's like,
Yep.
doesn't feel like this is working and has too much else to get stressed out about. So
I
No
mean,
problem.
Hermia's like still like on the adrenaline of having to, like going down there
Roz is
into a
too.
shipwreck, and she's just like still pretty psyched about it and can't understand why no one else is excited.
Roz agrees.
All right. So
We saved
everyone
someone
makes,
who's been trapped for centuries. We're happy.
I mean,
as
that'd
everyone
be my worst nightmare.
as everyone makes their way back to wherever they're gonna be for the night. Maeve, you head back to your room.
yep, she's trying to do some breathing exercises. She's like, just don't need to say anything. Okay.
All
Just
right.
trying to breathe and try to go to sleep.
So how much you basically have again total control over the dream. So
Yeah.
how are you sculpting this dream?
She is This is probably a bad idea, but that's okay. I am trying to be a little original. She is sculpting the dream to look like a setting of a wow, I had the word and I lost the word. This is embarrassing. Like an arrow, like a bow and arrow range, like practicing
Archery range.
archery range.
Firing range, sure.
Cool. I know,
Okay.
I know words.
Mhm.
Outdoors, trying to kind of invoke a familiar home-like setting.
Okay. As you fall asleep and you apparate in this dream, you see the familiar setup of targets in a small clearing in the Pallid Grove,
Mm-hmm.
and standing up near where there are bows lined up, arrows and quivers on the ground, you see your sister, Lashandra, stringing one of them. Would you like to describe how you remember her?
She remembers her with oh god, I hope I get this right. I apologize if I don't.
This is
But
the first
with
time
slightly
we've talked about her, so if it's wrong, this
Yeah.
is this is canon now.
This is canon now. Slightly paler, blonde hair that she would have somewhat tied back, but not like a high ponytail, just kind of off of her face. Her eyes are closer to kind of a hazel green than a brown. Tall and lanky. Kind of has a bit of a presence about her, at least from Maeve's perspective.
Mhm.
Somewhat like between kind of intimidating, but also like trying to kind of make nice with as many people as possible. And she has a scar running from like the tip of her eye down her cheek to her jaw.
As you approach her, make a perception check. You get advantage from your magic item.
Yeah.
This is straight roll.
Straight roll. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to spend inspo.
Oh, okay. You want to take that nat one?
Yeah, no nat ones, please. 13. Well, 13, I guess. There you go.
Okay. It's been over a decade
Yeah.
since you've seen your sister. There's a little bit of difference. Her hair isn't quite as long as you remember it being. It is tied up in a ponytail, though, similar to the way that you keep yours up. And there's a brief distant memory that comes back. I mean, you always tell yourself that it's functional. You have to keep your hair out of your eyes, off of your shoulders when you're shooting stuff. But also, you remember always as a child liking the way that your sister looked, and the first time you did it was probably so you could be more like her. The color of her hair is a bit darker on the ends of it. But as she's stringing the bow, she looks up towards you. This was always one of my favorite ones. Teaching you how to shoot, and she tosses the bow to you.
She grabs it. How does it go?
What's your passive insight?
Passive insight is 17.
You recognize pretty quickly that she doesn't realize that you're here. She thinks that she's dreaming of a memory when she would teach you to shoot when you were younger.
Interesting. Okay. She will kind of try to go along with the dream, but she's gonna mess up at some point, and she knows that.
So
But
to
she
start,
will try to.
to start with, she just begins to instruct you.
Where do you want to go? If you could go anywhere.
She thinks about it for a moment. Back in time. Does that count, or do you want a place?
I mean, is there a place back in time you'd go to?
Home? Before my pilgrimage down to the roots.
Why is that?
That's when everything changed. I should have been more authoritative about what I wanted to do, but become a good leader, Lyshandra. Do it just like we did underground, Lyshandra. We were in a new world, a new time. We had a new generation of elves to teach. We shouldn't have been doing it the same way that we always did. We didn't need to do the stupid pilgrimage.
What would you have done differently?
Not gone. She fires a bullseye.
She tries to aim as well.
Roll a
Fire.
d20.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if I fail. Oh, 21.
Catch on quick. Always a fast learner.
Sometimes. Other times I never quite know if... I like arrows because it's easy to know when you succeed,
And they always
Not
know
so
where
easy.
they're going. They don't get sidetracked.
right? Other things are harder.
She sits down.
She'll join her. She'll think for a second. Chandra, this isn't a normal dream.
She kind of looks at you a bit confused.
Well, if you could say anything to me right now, like really anything, what would you say?
She kind of closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Why do I always let you get into my head after you message me?
What do you mean?
I always have weird dreams like this of memories when we used to hang out after you want to know what I'm doing or let me help you. I just want you to go home and live the life that got taken away from me. You were always so smart, and I know that father can be a lot. I know that he would have chosen you to take my place after I leave. So I just want you to do what I couldn't do and introduce the change that our people need to fit into Exandria.
What if I told you I failed at that too?
I'd say you've never failed at a thing in your life until you stop trying.
That sounds like something a big sister would say, but what if I truly felt like I was so much of a failure that when I got my pilgrimage, that I did what you did?
I guess when God's come calling, there's not really much you can do to not answer them.
What do you think I've been doing since I've been sending you messages?
I know what you've been doing.
Which is?
Exactly what the Oracle tells you to do.
How do you think that's going for me?
You have friends. It's going better than it did for me, so...
How do you know?
She kind of looks around a bit suspiciously towards you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know how I know.
I told you I had a way to meet with you where distance didn't matter.
By the Weaver, Maeve. So what, you came into my dreams to interrogate me in secret?
What else was I supposed to do?
She
Shauna?
stands up and starts to... Did you just call her Zana?
No, Shauna.
Oh, Shauna. Okay, I'm like, whoa. And she sort of like storms off away from like the location and just kind of appears on the other side. What is this?
The dream spell. One of
I don't
my
know what
friends
that-
learned it.
Wait, actually, she might know what that is. Hold on a second.
I don't know what her class is, to be fair. I have no idea what her skill set is.
She doesn't. She
Yeah.
goes, what does that mean? A dream spell?
It's a spell that allows someone to enter into another person's dream to create their dream. I
It's a
guessed.
bit invasive, Maeve.
Well, I'm aware, but you wouldn't talk to me.
I
I've
use
been
25 words every time you send me your stupid sending message.
And I said I had a way, and you still said no.
Okay, all right. We're here. Fine.
Yes.
Let's talk. What have you been up to? How's life
Well,
outside the Grove for you? Has it been fun?
It's been different, but apparently you already know. And I
Yes.
don't know how.
I do.
Oh. How?
Know
What
what you've been
magic
up
do you
to? That's not important. What I meant is I know what the world outside of the Grove is like.
It is important to me that I know, so I am not repeating myself like an idiot. Because I will be happy to tell you everything.
She closes her eyes and just stands there silent for a few moments.
She'll take a step closer, but she's trying to kind of breathe.
She stamps her foot in frustration. How do I wake up?
You're not gonna like that part.
Oh, by the Weaver, I could throttle you right now.
Listen, I was trying to just find a way so that we could talk, so that we could figure out what's going on. I don't know why I'm here instead of you. Okay? I screwed up at home. I know I did. And now I am here. I'm doing things that apparently you know bits and pieces about. You know I have friends.
You know you don't
And-
have to do these things, right? If you ignore her call, she'll just take the mark away from you and you can do whatever you want to do, Maeve.
I feel useful and important, and I'm doing something right. When you left, do you know what happened?
I
Father
can
with
guess.
his impossible expectations, everyone reminding me that I'm not you. My friends left me. My boyfriend had nothing, didn't want anything to do with me. I felt foolish. I felt stupid. I felt like a failure. And then I met these people. And you know what? You're right. I almost left. My first couple days with them, I almost felt like that same failure. I almost felt that same exact red hot anger at myself for being terrible. But I kept trying because we were doing something important, because we were trying to save not just this world, but multiple worlds. We have someone who's from another plane of existence, dimension, I don't even know. the point is I kept trying. And suddenly I discovered that, you know what? I don't suck at this. Yeah, I kept going. I kept doing this. You tell me, do I suck at what I'm doing? Should I walk away and just go back home after everything I've seen and done?
I guess maybe if I had found friends along the way, I'd look at things different too, but I wasn't so lucky.
Please. I want to know.
Everywhere I went, anyone I tried to talk to about a god of gods that was going to end the world, they didn't want to hear it. It's heretical. I was ostracized everywhere on top of being a pallid elf.
It must have been hard.
It
I'm so
was.
sorry. So what did you do?
Maeve, I just want you to be safe. I'm glad you found friends. I'm glad that you feel like you belong somewhere and that you're doing good. But sooner or later, living this kind of life, it's not always going to be that way. And it just takes one moment to shatter all of that, and none of it will have seemed worth it.
Where we disagree.
If you can make a difference out of the Pallid Grove, you can make one there as well.
Are you telling me to go home? You say it's for my safety, but you know what we're up against. Going home knowing that I wouldn't be safe. None of us are safe. That's why we're doing
The Oracle
this.
will find someone else to do it.
So you're saying I can't do it?
No, I'm saying I don't want you to do it.
Well, I can't just go home knowing what I know and turning my back on it. How could I? How can I turn my back on something this big?
Turned your back on the Grove.
Yeah. My computer there we go. Okay. Yeah. That was a messed up thing that I did. And then I found this. How am I supposed to turn back from this and just go home? Did you know that people have left the Pallid Grove now? I've become a statement symbol. Me. A symbol for people. They decided that was the right future that they were looking for, and they felt like I took a stand, and Gwenla is up in Bisay Tile with some people.
You see like just a quick smile flash across her face, just remembering.
Yeah. And you're
She shrugs.
okay.
Well, that's proof you had more sway than you thought you did.
And if I go home, what's gonna happen?
I think it depends on why you go home.
If I go home, it's because I'm telling this group I'm with right now that I'm putting my safety above what we're doing. Can I do that? The only reason I'm going home right now is because me leaving may have caused a portal to open. And I'm going to take responsibility for that. But then I'm going to keep going. And you can keep watching me however you're watching me. and still insists that I should just go home, or you could work with me somehow. Tell me what you've been up to.
I can't.
Anything. Why not?
Because it's too important. I can't. I can't.
If it's
Maeve.
important to you, then it's important to me.
She comes up and puts her hands on your shoulders and just kind of looks at you a bit. You're still so scrawny.
Stop it. Eat.
You remind me of that wolf you used to have.
You're not gonna believe this. I make Luster as this Drake appear in the dream.
Okay.
Luster came back to me in this form from the Moonweaver. It's him.
She just kind of closes her eyes and does like a slow nod. So you found friends and the blessing of our goddess.
Don't. It sounds like you didn't get the support you should have gotten, and I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
But I want to be there for you. Please.
I'm sorry, Maeve. I can't tell you anymore.
Why not?
Because you don't want to hear it.
Yes, I do. Stop telling me how I feel.
Can you end this?
Yes, but I
Please?
don't want to end like this. Please.
She
Give me
takes you
something
in.
to work towards.
She takes you into a hug.
Chandra, please.
When you get home, let Mom know that I'm safe and that I miss her and that I'm sorry.
Where are you?
She's just holding and hugging you and holding on to you. Please wake us up.
Give me something.
Please
Anything.
wake us up, Maeve.
I'm not gonna give up on you.
You don't have to, but I have nothing else to say.
Fine. This is not the last time I'm going to talk to you.
Be safe.
You as well. Blessings of Moonweaver upon you.
As you
And,
end as you say that and end the spell, you make an insight check for me.
All right. 12. I'm rolling shit.
All right. You wake up in your room.
She slams her fist on the ship wall and just gives a curse in Elvish.
Yep.
And
And on the other side, sitting next to your door,
oh,
Zana goes, "Didn't go well, I take it?"
Roz calls through the wall. You kissed your mother with that mouth? She speaks Elvish.
can you come in?
No, she's in there. She was
Oh, she's
watching
in the room.
you.
So
Yeah, she was
Oh.
watching you.
But not in a creepy way.
Yeah.
she, Maeve just kind of pulls her knees up and she's crying. She can't speak. And she's trying to calm down a bit so she can, but that's her first reaction.
And she comes and sits down next to you and just takes a hold of your hand. A bit
After a
stiffly.
Trying her best.
She's like,
She,
there.
She eventually does get her breathing regulated so that she can at least talk. She knows what I'm doing, but doesn't know exact details. I don't understand. She refuses to tell me what she's up to and just says I should go home because this isn't safe for me. And that's about it. That I should just refuse what we're doing and say screw it to all of you and just go home and try to be a leader again.
Maybe she's scrying on you somehow?
I guess that's the only thing I can think of, but she won't even tell me. She says what she's doing is too important, which, made me feel just great. She says that she doesn't, it's not that she doesn't believe in me, but what else am I supposed to think?
I don't know.
She'll, lean her head on Zana's shoulder. She'll just...
As you confide in her, we're going to hop over to hopefully a happier
A better dream?
Yeah.
I hope I didn't freak anybody out. I'm fine. I just was acting. Cool. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so freaked out that you get an inspo for all that really good role playing.
Yeah, take an inspo.
Inspo.
Thank you.
Corey, after all of the excitement of Hermia, Roz, and Leaf getting in trouble for going out after dark without telling anybody.
Hey, we didn't get in trouble.
You got in trouble.
You
You got
only
in
get
trouble.
when you do something wrong.
You got in
To be clear.
trouble. Sorry.
Nah.
It's not that we were mad. We're just disappointed.
Just disappointed. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Corey, it's pretty quickly after that you feel that hold on, I'm going up to check her name. What was her name?
Phelan.
That Faye has fallen asleep. So you have complete control over your dream. So what manifests?
Oh God. I think Corey would create like the front open expanse of Faye's farm, because I think that's how we like
In-
first kind of met.
In Allfield? Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, I just I think I'm gonna purposely hide, but like also like, do I see Faye? Is she outside? Is she in the house?
Yeah, no, you see her, there's sort of, she has a small little farmhouse with a bigger barn than the actual house itself, and there's a long road, like driveway that comes out to the road, and it's all fenced in. There's a long gate across the entryway, and you see various animals that you remember. Cows, horses, goats are just kind of free roaming out and around. And she's out in the fields with one of the horses, feeding it an apple and brushing it.
I'm hiding probably like behind one of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Corey goes through like a closet change, kind of like going through the forms that they've been before.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do this one? This one? This one? And I think when I finally come out, I put my hood back up. I'm a changeling. And yeah, I think I would have my white messy bed hair as well. But I walk over and very abruptly just like bolt towards her.
Just running straight at her. So as you do, the first thing you notice is that the horse that she's brushing looks familiar. Since our dreams populate from our own subconscious, you recognize Shiva. And she sees you coming and turns towards you with a big smile. Is this real? You're here? Here? I'm not dreaming? Well, I'm dreaming, but you're in the dream? Magic? It's a magic dream?
I think back to Zana's words and I say, yes, this is a dream, but I am here.
What are you doing with your voice?
This is my natural speaking voice. What do you mean?
I mean, it's been a minute, but you didn't sound like that when we met.
I kind of peek from under my hood.
Can you take
Does
that
she
off so I
feel
can see
weirded?
you?
Kind of gulp and like lift my hood up. And
Did you have the hair
I guess
before? I don't think you did you, when you were in Allfield?
no,
Okay.
I was Voldemort, baby. So as far as like a comparison from then, I want to say I've grown a little taller, have a little more meat on my bones, not a lot, but
A little bit.
not emaciated, yeah. And I kind of look down at my feet very sheepishly. And I say, yeah, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Better now that I'm being visited by the great hero Kieran the Card.
Oh, yeah, and I just clear my throat. Sorry, that was dumb. It's actually, Corey now. I go by Corey.
Okay. Corey the Card, then.
Yeah, I'm still kind of thinking about, like, changing it. I don't know yet, but, yeah, still workshopping it.
So why did it take you so long to reach back out?
Well, it's been a crazy ride. And I think I start to subconsciously change the environment. I very much envision when I first met Faye and we were kind of staying, like me and Kaz were staying at her family's home, like we would have like campfire nights and me and Kaz would be talking about like our adventures with her. So I kind of make that kind of appear.
She kind of looks around as the environment shifts to like the campfire and seems pretty impressed.
Yeah, sorry, is that fine? Is this
No,
okay?
this is great. You just pop into people's dreams and you're able to just change things around? Like, what other things have you been doing?
Well,
it's kind of rude to take a girl's face and then not, dream to her at least once a week.
You're right. No, I'm sorry. I didn't get this ability until much recently, and a lot was going on, and I think Corey just starts rambling like, yeah, we went to La Chateau, we saw the Ruby of the Sea, and I killed some people, and we got the bad guys, and...
Hold on. What's a lavish chateau? B, what's a Ruby of the Sea? And 3, you killed some guys?
No, like the bad guys, like, I guess you don't know about that. Like some pirates, they were kidnapping kids and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, kill those people. I mean, that's good.
Kill them dead, right?
Yeah, they're basically gnolls.
Yeah. And we did that, and then I met up with my old group, and I was really worried they were gonna hate me, and they didn't hate me. Oh God, so much happened, and long story short, I kind of explained all that to her, and in the middle of it, though, I'm kind of like, actually, and I reach out my hand to her and I say, can I actually just show you?
Show me your friends?
Well, really anything, all the cool places we've been.
Yeah. I don't get to get out of Allfield much. We were supposed to go to Trostenwald for a weekend, but one of the horses got sick, so we had to cancel. So, gotta wait till next month.
Okay. and I whisk us away to the lavish chateau and hear a performance from the Ruby of the Sea. And I point at the barkeep. That guy was kind of a dick to me. He, I mean, he's fine. It's fine, but, yeah, and
Mia, I want you to know in my head, we're getting the Ember Island Players episode where we get Corey's retelling of everything that has happened so
I
far.
make myself look really cool.
Yeah, Corey's like the hero of every scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we were on the pirate ship, I had to save Hermia. When we fought the Plague of Eyes in Deidrin, I totally rescued Roz.
Yeah, so like I kind of did all those things, and I show her uh the Aormaton
Uh-huh.
Cove,
Uh,
and
so as you're going through each of these memories, as soon as you take her to the lavish chateau to like watch the performance of the Ruby of the Sea, she's like locked arm in arm with you and like pulling you closer to her.
I know.
And
This girl is forward.
I mean,
I'm here for it.
I love it.
she's
Does she
basically
even know how much money she makes?
this is
She's a
like
peasant.
right. This is like a whole new world with Aladdin and Jasmine, except
Yeah.
she's not a princess. Before
She's a
this,
peasant.
she's just a farmer's like a farmer's daughter.
No,
And
I get
that's even cuter.
I get why. I just mean, damn, this girl knows what she wants and she's going for it, and I respect
A hero
that.
comes into her town and came back and is like, look at all of the heroic stuff that I've done.
And she's
and-
like, good. Are we gonna make out later?
Yeah, so you're showing her like the
Okay.
lavish chateau. You're showing her Aor's recollection. I assume the masked gala in Port Zune.
Oh yeah.
Here's
I'm gonna
the
show her-
boat that we own.
yeah,
And about halfway through this, she's like, "You did all of this, like me?"
yeah. Is that not okay? I
No,
won't do it
that's
anymore.
no. That's amazing. I mean, it's you. It's not me doing it, but like, there are people out there who think that I'm a hero, and that's not to take away from your accomplishments or anything. But I don't know. Maybe it's weird. Is it weird?
No, that's not weird at all. I mean,
It's maybe a little.
I thought
weird.
it was weird that that I'm doing this, but as a changeling, it's I don't know. It's like I'm taking you with me.
I like that.
And for the last thing, we're on the edge of the ship, and I say, we also did this really cool thing. And I stand on the ledge, and I reach down my hand. I'm like, do you want to come see?
You trust me?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's a dream, right? Because I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how
a
to
dream.
swim, so.
Nope, it's okay, because we're not doing that. And then
Okay, neither did Roz.
the sun begins to rise over the edge of the water, and the whales start to crest out of the water, and I start to glide us over carefully with whatever she's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, do you want to get closer? I know it's a little scary.
Nothing can hurt us here.
Yeah. And I take us down below, and just flying over the whale family.
Mm-hmm. I cannot stress enough how amazing this is to a peasant girl
Yeah.
who just works on a farm. And the most exciting thing that's ever happened to her life is when the inn opened the bathhouse underneath it where you can pretend you're in the Feywild while you're having like a hot springs day. Other than that, the only time anything happens is when gnolls attack and people die. So like this is literal like
Which is exciting, but a kind of a bummer.
right, like she
Yeah.
definitely feels like a Disney princess in this moment.
And I'll float us back down to a beach shore. And Is she still holding my hand?
Yeah, she never let go.
And I say, and yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to.
Well, Corey the Card, I have some bad news for you.
Oh,
As far as
God.
first dates go, I don't think there's any way that you're going to top this. So good luck with whatever the second one is.
oh, there's gonna be a second one. This was the first one. Okay.
I mean, if you wanted it to be,
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, I, yeah, no, I would really like that. And Corey's just stammering.
why are you so nervous? She rolled a nat 20 and an insight check, by the way.
I don't know. It's just I don't really
You
get to.
fought pirates and danced with the richest people I've ever seen, and
Yeah.
fight weird demon things that put their eyeballs in their stomachs. You don't
Yeah.
have anything to be afraid of here.
Yeah, there's nothing like that going on in Allfield, right? Nothing.
No, nothing
No.
happens in Allfield.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I don't really get to hang out with, I guess, a lot of people my age. So I really like. Then Corey stops.
Like what?
You.
Well, I'd hope so. I don't think you're doing this with every farmer's daughter that you find along the way, are you?
No.
Yeah. I like you too, Corey.
Thanks. Well, I think we're gonna be waking up soon, so I'm, we're always gonna be doing things, and I'll be really busy, but I will, maybe I could come see you again in a week.
You are welcome in my dreams anytime. You might show up there
Cool.
before the week's up, but, we should have a code phrase so when I know it's really you.
Okay.
Well, wait, hold on. But if I
What-
know the code phrase, what if you just say it in a normal dream too?
Anyway.
Well, this is complicated.
and then the old Kieran pops up in the back of my head. I'm like, are you saying that you're gonna be dreaming about me a lot then?
It's happened a few times.
Okay then.
Just let me know in the real world, like how you did, that you're gonna come, and then that way I'll know.
Sure. Yeah. I'd like that. And then we just watch, I guess, the sunset until we both wake up.
Okay.
Much
Oh, my
happier.
heart.
Much happier.
I didn't know you could have like good dreams and happy feelings in D&D.
What are you talking about? You went in one of the very first uses of this dream spell was you going to hang out with Runar in his dream and party and steal from people.
Oh, I meant like in D&D in general. I thought it was always like how much you can torture your players.
No, how much trauma can you have? No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you all wake up the next morning.
Long rest?
Long rest.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a wisdom. Maeve, what's your DC?
For
Oh, she rolled it.
my-
She rolled a 19. Yeah. Lashandra gets a long rest too.
That's fine. I didn't want her to not.
Yeah, you did. Come on.
Oh, it's fine. Apparently, she dreams about me a lot too, so that's kind of weird.
You're her
As in,
sister.
Isn't like no, not like that. I mean, as in like, geez, she's really tortured herself. Sorry, I didn't make that clear.
What was Was I supposed to do something with the necklace besides take it?
She wasn't sure. And actually, I will say that as you all wake up the next morning, you notice a change with Hermia.
Oh God, what's wrong with me? Am I possessed?
You are not possessed, but as Hermia comes out and sits down and you all start to have some omelets that that Spicy Tabby is getting prepared for everyone. Hermia has a streak of white hair going
She's turning
through
into Elsa.
her
Anna.
hair. And even though there's like no wind below the ship, similar to how your cape of billowing used to just kind of like billow in the wind, her hair just seems to billow for a second before settling back down.
Like a
Oh,
supermodel.
so cool. That's so cool.
Wow. Hermia, that's a good look on you.
What? What? Something on my face?
Your hair.
My hair?
Roz gets like a pocket mirror to show her.
Ah! That wasn't there before. That's
That's
weird.
why I complimented you on it.
Well, I didn't do that.
Oh.
Like, I mean, that's weird. That,
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
weird. Looks good though.
you think I'm, like, sick?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think you're probably fine.
Is Leo here? At the table? I assume we're at the table.
Yeah, I would
Yep.
be smoking my cigar, eating breakfast.
Hey, Leo, do you have that head thing that identifies shit for you?
Oh yeah, I put on the mask, and what do you need
I
identified?
hold up the dolphin locket.
And I identify it.
Sure. So what you get from the mask is the locket itself isn't magical, but it does seem to have a curse attached to it in that a spirit seems bound to it in this world.
Okay, so we didn't all the way help her, but at least she's not underwater.
Hermia, how freaked out are you about the change in your hair?
I mean, it's a little alarming. Is it, would Hermia make the connection that, like, okay, maybe this weird thing is because I still have this locket?
So she's probably freaking out internally.
Yeah, like, she's
Okay.
just like, oh shit, like, I didn't do it right.
So as Hermia's like taking in this information from Leo, and like I'm sure everyone here by now is familiar with Hermia when she's processing stuff internally, and she vanishes.
What?
Hermia, you are still on the boat, and you can still like see everyone, but everything is kind of like wispy and white and
Oh.
ghostly, and there's just like this weird sort of interference. Like when they talk, you hear them, but it's kind of like it's in a different
Can
like.
Can I summon Fulmir, like, freak out, like
You can. You summon him
I
into
need
your
an
hand.
adult?
Yep, you can summon. I need an adult. You summon your. Also, make a history or an Arcana check for me. Go ahead, Rosalind.
As she vanishes, Roz goes, "Okay, so I was wrong. She is sick. My bad."
Ah, fuck.
I got a nat 20.
Okay.
I used, what do you call it?
In inspo. All right. So
Yeah.
as you summon Foamir into your hand, and you instantly like, even before he says anything, you feel a little bit better, and you recognize where you are. This is the ethereal plane.
Fulmir, what's happening to me?
I don't know what's happening to you. And then you pop back out into the real world again.
Ah,
Yeah.
Guys,
Are you okay?
I
What?
popped into, like, the ethereal plane, and I was
Oh.
freaking out, but then I was like, I need an adult, so I, like, summoned Fulmir.
you are an adult.
Oh, shit. He's more of an adult.
Okay.
I'm
either
a
way,
sword.
An adult
How-
sword.
I'm a
No.
murdering implement.
Okay, you can just
An adult.
pop into the ethereal plane now? Is that
I
new?
don't know. I think okay, like weird shit started happening as soon as the ghost lady came last night.
Oh.
Well,
Oh boy.
your sword is a vessel of the Raven Queen, right?
Oh,
An
I have a
implement?
question, Folmir.
Yes.
Hermia holds up the locket to him like he has eyes. There's a soul in here, right?
I don't know. Is there?
Leo said there was.
Do you smash the
All
knuckles?
right.
Can you like eat it?
I don't know, but you are also aware that I am, quote unquote, my soul hole is too full. Are you
I mean,
sure
yeah,
that
but
if
when
there
we-
is, you want to put it in me?
Oh, is it like all like? Okay, yeah,
No
maybe not.
fucking regrets.
Okay, so like, we definitely need to go to Vastheim to figure out what to do with souls, because we can't just be carrying them around.
Well, oh, sorry, I don't know that.
Perhaps if the spirit is bound to the locket, when you get to land, give it a proper burial, and perhaps that will allow it to pass on.
That's smart. You're smart. See, this is why he's the adult.
I am an implement of war.
You're an implement of war that's also an adult.
I love it because the rest of us only heard Hermia's side of that conversation.
Yeah,
and
we're
we're
just
just
like- I think she
okay.
forgets we can't hear him sometimes.
Zana, who has a cup
Also-
of coffee. Oh, go ahead, Hermia.
Also, Maeve, I assume Port Damali might have a temple of the Raven Queen.
Do
Yeah.
I know?
Yeah.
Yes, there is one.
I think that would be my first stop.
Okay.
The weird death thing is happening. Like, souls not going where they're supposed to be going. I feel like she might know what to do.
Well,
Not that
So-
she...
Again, the dice knowing what they're doing, the whole you having an implement of the Raven Queen, potentially being a blah, 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 and you seeing the spirit was not planned. You saw the spirit because of the D8 that you rolled last week. But
I didn't know that.
yeah, I just put those two things together as well and was like, it just works out.
I
Well-
thought that was why you had
Nope.
it planned.
Nope,
Nope, you were
because
just
you
lucky.
rolled it.
But what we're gonna say that's what it is. But
Yep.
just as a reminder, everyone, that we are going to probably immediately have to look for our target.
Zana speaks up. She has just a cup of coffee. First thing we should do is head to the gate. I know what the cart and the person we're after looks like. They will know if they came into town and if they've left or not.
Am
Great.
I cursed?
Are you asking me?
I mean, Zana, are you a cursed doctor? Maybe you know. I don't know.
No, I'm
asking
not
the
a
world.
curse doctor.
Sorry, they almost said a really stupid joke.
Say it. Out of character, say it. Say it.
You can't just laugh and not
Uh-oh.
say it.
Something about putting a spell on her. That's what she was gonna make a joke.
I mean, I'm not really attracted to you, Zana, so Maeve's joke really doesn't fly.
Say it out loud. Who's in a character? Who's out of character?
I'm kidding.
Why don't you ask Selena? She seems to know a bit about those types of things from the few conversations I've had with her. In other news, she looks at Corey. How'd your date go?
Yeah, how did it go?
I think Core joined the breakfast table last.
Mhm.
Went well, I hope.
He has his hood up, and he's not in phase form anymore. And sits down, and he's like, it was fine. It was fine.
Just fine.
Insight check.
Same.
That's a natural 1 for Zana. She goes, you blew it, didn't you?
22.
Roz got a 5. She also thinks Corey blew it.
22.
You got 16
maybe I'm not even
plus
gonna roll.
6.
I will
Oh,
say
gosh.
that Maeve and unless you want to try to deceive them, Maeve and Leo can tell that you're probably just like embarrassed, but in like a good way.
Yeah, butterflies in the
Corey?
tummy and all.
Yep.
Corey, you don't need to. I mean, I understand if maybe it's awkward to say in front of us, but you seem pretty happy.
No, I'm the
Mm.
normal type of happy, just like everyone is here.
Oh,
Just,
you can't stop smiling. I see that look.
Her boy's growing up.
Well, does she want another dream date?
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, she has a. Oh wait, you're talking about the girl, not Corey. Never mind. I'm still freaking out. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm really happy for you, Corey. Everybody just cries.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you. No, it was yeah. I don't know. This is weird to talk about.
Oh,
But
yeah, now you get it.
yeah.
You don't like
she,
to kiss and tell?
She apparently dreams about me a lot, and I'm not gonna think about that all the time or
Aw.
anything.
Yeah.
you
Yeah, you are.
Not, but
It's
you are.
fine. This is what happens.
I just now I can't like use her form because now I feel weird. Does that
Aw.
make sense?
I thought she told you to use her form so that she can be out here doing hero stuff.
Yeah, but now it feels like we're going somewhere, Zana, and I don't know. I don't know.
I
Doesn't want
promise
to wear the form that she's into.
you can still wear her form, and it's like she's there with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at Zana, I'm like, so you would turn into Maeve right now?
Maeve is here though.
Yeah.
And if
She
and
has-
when she gives me permission to do so, and she just motions to herself in her ASMR form, I use this form.
Maybe actually looks a little embarrassed, like, oh, I didn't know that was on the table.
Oh, I just thought of something really wrong.
What?
No,
What, that
no.
Maeve would have sex with Zana's Maeve?
Yeah, like I was like, Maeve, do you want to fuck yourself?
Yeah,
Zana
yeah,
just
no.
like face palms and goes, Hermia, you don't have to say everything that pops into your head.
Okay, I'm still freaking out, Zana. I might be cursed.
You're
Actually-
not
Corey, hearing
cursed.
that,
I know-
immediately blushes and buries his head into his hood.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I don't
sorry.
think I'm gonna use her form for a while.
I'm gonna just get up abruptly. I'm gonna go see Selena, whoever that is.
That's the bard that's on your boat. It's one of your crew members.
On a slightly more serious note, through telepathy, May will tell Zana, I am fine with whatever, I'm fine with you using those forms for, I know why you use them, but if you'd like to use mine, that's okay too.
She nods.
But
She
she's just
puts a
letting you know.
hand on your shoulder, Corey. Just so you know, the second date is when you're supposed to have a kiss. And then she walks off.
True.
Okay, bye, Zana. I fly off.
Zana's
I
leaving.
literally
why
use bonus action fly.
Zana's definitely having a lot of fun putting Corey on the receiving end of the teasing now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Can Roz dip below deck and send a message to her sister?
Sure.
She's
Which,
just
I
gonna,
need to be more specific.
I was going to say, which sister?
She can only talk to Light,
not,
right?
not if you use a sending stone.
That's fair. That's fair. No, she's gonna talk to Light.
Okay.
So she just dips down and just says, "Hey, it's been a couple days since all that. I just kind of wanted to see how things were unfolding back home."
They're good. Shadow has reestablished her connection with me.
That's
I've
great.
reestablished my pact with her as well. Not that she needs it, apparently.
I was a little touched that you broke it with her, even though I asked you not to.
I mean, you said I didn't have to. You didn't tell me not to do it, but
So So you two are okay?
We're working through things. Apparently, even after a century in the Abyss fighting together, there are still some trust issues. But yes, we're fine.
Yeah. I'm glad. She needed to know that I would kill her if it came to that.
I know. She caught me up.
Are you okay that I did? That I was willing to?
Yes, and she's right. She never had hesitancy to do anything. Back before Evelyn was freed from her bond, for the longest time we thought that she had chosen that willingly. And we had a chance once to... We fought her and the other Fortuneers in battle, and had I not stopped her, Shadow would have cut her down. And her resolve and her conviction to do what she believes in is absolute, and she would easily be able to use that against me.
Too much of us mortals still in you.
Maybe. We've also just always been connected in a way that, well, that you understand. She is training, or she wants to. Sometimes those we rescue in the Abyss aren't in a place where they can be reintroduced to the prime material plane for a variety of reasons.
Like
So-
Morena.
Yes. She wants to start training a new order to help us like Morena does.
Oh. That's interesting. So are you going back to the Abyss then?
Occasionally. I'm not quite to the point, don't know if I'll ever be, to reintegrate like our mother has. From time to time, it's nice to get away from the madness, but there are people in the Abyss who need help, and they're not going to get it any other way.
Yeah. I understand now what I couldn't back then. The work you two do. I'm not going to remember you in my future lifetimes. If my quarry spirit returns to me, maybe they'll be able to remind me of certain things.
Maybe, maybe not. You're in unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, that's true. That is very accurate.
Maybe you're stuck
But-
with me for eternity, too.
Could be. But no
Ceres
matter
was
what it
probably
is.
the lucky one.
They always are. But no matter what, whether I remember or not, I know my future selves will hold true to my pacts. Both of them. I tell Mom that I love her, but now that this is taken care of, I need to focus on what's happening here for a while. Otherwise, everything I labored for, that's going to be for nothing, because it's all going to end.
Understood. Remember, because of our connection, I think probably about once a week you can visit through me.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to have some family members I have to pay a visit to. But, all right. Hang tough.
Hermia,
Yeah.
in talking with Selena, she comes to the conclusion that that spirit has bestowed a boon upon you. I will come up with the specific mechanics for it, but you have a major boon of spirits. The white in your hair and the way that it kind of flutters occasionally is just a sort of physical a physical manifestation of it. But this boon allows you once per day to temporarily phase into the ethereal plane, becoming incorporeal and allowing you to move through solid objects.
That's really cool.
That's
Jeez.
cool as hell.
Holy shit.
So I'm not I'm not dying.
Selena assures you you are not dying.
Okay.
Yet.